As the Sailors behind me finish the fourth leg and start the fifth and final leg, they're really going to have to adjust for this win because it's starting to rain out here, and that's not good for the Sailors. The Detroit Lions made a pretty good pick, taking Nebraska defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh. That's a great answer. Obviously, Alexander Ovechkin did not play for the Wildcats. A great guess, by the way. Both the opposing boys and girls teams continue to pillage their opponents. I'm here with Alex Wyckoff, goaltender of the Alpena Thunder. That lack of production has led the Wildcats to 11 losses and only 2 wins. And Barry, there's a couple of teams here in Northeast Michigan battling for playoff points. There are 13 others who want to beat Midland Dow on Saturday to keep their high school careers alive. Steve Hinkuski's club is 5-0 in the league and a perfect 9-0 overall. Page and Taylor try to push each other, but they don't call it a sister rivalry. So I'm going to have all of those highlights plus Alpena Thunder coming up next in sports. Thanks, Casey. Detroit Lions president Tom Luan showed up in the 83rd District Court this afternoon and pled guilty to a lesser count of operating a vehicle while impaired. Luan was arrested June 25th in Denton Township after a charity golf tournament. He twice blew above a .20 on a breathalyzer test at the police station. In the courtroom today, he told Judge Daniel Sutton that he had several drinks of vodka that night.
I made a very, very serious mistake, and I own up to that. I take full responsibility for it.
Luan received a fine worth $870, 6 months probation, and an order to complete an outpatient program.
What I'm going to be doing is something that I'll deal with openly and honestly every day. The big part of this is my family and the focus on my family. Also the focus on, obviously, what's going on with the Lions. We continue to move forward there.
Luan has been with the Lions for 15 years, the last 19 months as president. He knows he'll have to face NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and the league's personal conduct policy.
I've spoken to the commissioner, and I also understand very clearly that the personal conduct policy of the NFL applies to everybody, myself included. I have complete trust in the commissioner that his judgment will be appropriate.
He added that he is glad the legal process is over and he is looking forward to training camp. In Roscommon County, Jeff Landers, Channel 11 Sports. Miles Kelsey Blamer has carved a niche for herself on the big stage.
I would rather put the pressure on myself than somebody else, so I mean, I'll do what has to be done.
The senior has spent 4 years on both the varsity basketball and volleyball teams, earning all-state honors in both. But her performance in the classroom far exceeds her accomplishments on the court.
I guess school is just always what I've done. That's how I've always been. I've never been one to not do an assignment.
With her 3.97 GPA, Blamer has been named a finalist for Michigan's Scholar Athlete Award. Of the 8 finalists in Class D, only 2 will win a $1,000 scholarship.
I guess it shows that even though we're in northern Michigan, that people still see your name or see things about you. So, I mean, it means a lot.
Kelsey not only led the Mayo volleyball team to the regional finals in the fall, but she's also the valedictorian of the class of 2011.
I'm going to go to Michigan State and study radiology. I'm excited. I'm really excited about it.
Blamer has racked up 591 career kills in volleyball and stands just 30 points away from scoring her 1,000th in basketball. And only time will tell if her efforts on and off the court will pay off. The Alpena High boys basketball team has won 4 of its last 5, outscoring opponents by 16 points per game. The Wildcats look to keep that trend going tonight against Ogama. It's their first meeting of the year with the Falcons. First quarter, Alpena jumped down to an 8-2 lead. Tony Garrett gets the steal and the fast break layup. He finished with 13 on the night. But the Falcons would outscore Alpena 17-8 over the final 5 minutes of the quarter. Anthony Zettel gets the turnaround jumper. Ogama led 19-16 after 1. Alpena would recover in the second. Ryan Hendricks makes the steal, gets the basket and the foul for the old-fashioned three-point play. Wildcats took a 27-22 lead into the break, but the second half belonged to the Falcons. Zettel gets the reverse layup to roll in there. He finished with 14. And Ogama would put it away in the fourth. Sheldon Roberto draws the block, count the basket. He scored a game-high 20 for the Falcons. Ogama wins 48-38.
And I thought we lacked effort overall, and offensively we didn't do anything right on the offensive end. That cost us the game.
And some good news for one of the Ogama players. Anthony Zettel is going to sign his national letter of intent tomorrow to play football for Joe Paterno in Penn State. The 6'5" senior weighs in at 258 pounds and says he'll play the 3 technique once he adds some more weight. And he can't wait to get to Happy Valley.
I'm really excited just to get down there and meet everybody in the student body and that stuff and start to get after it football again.
And some scores from around the area. Alcona beats Mayo 55-41 on the road. Alex Cole led the way for the Tigers with 17 points. And Gray Sims defeats Hale 52-38. Travis Byard scored a game-high 15 for the Wolverines. Sticking with high school basketball, both the Posen boys and girls teams continue to pillage their opponents. The newest Associated Press poll came out today, and the Vikings boys squad remains third in the state among Class D teams. Posen trails only Cedarville and Wyoming Christian. The Vikings are 12-0 on the year, scoring over 57 points a game. On the girls' side, the Vikings take sole possession of fourth place in the state. Last week, Posen was tied with Bay City Cardinal Mooney. The Vikings only trail Central Lake, Hillsdale Academy, and Waterford Our Lady. Posen is 14-1 on the season. Let's take a look at some other schools in northern Michigan who made the list. Petoskey, out of the Big North, is tied for 10th in Class A. TC Central, Standish Sterling, and Pellston all received votes but did not crack the top 10. And over to the girls, Petoskey again is ranked 10th in Class A. St. Ignace makes it all the way up to 2nd in Class C, and Gaylord St. Mary ranks 7th in Class D, while the Hillman Tigers received 6 votes. To the ice, the Red Wings expect to have right winger Danny Cleary in the lineup tomorrow night as Detroit visits Ottawa. This will be Cleary's first game back since fracturing his foot after a puck hit him in the boot on December 26th in Minnesota. Cleary scored 16 goals and notched 10 assists in 35 games before going down with the injury. More roster news, this time coming from the Palace at Auburn Hills. The Pistons will not have the services of Rodney Stuckey tomorrow against Charlotte. He will be out with an injury to his right shoulder. Stuckey said after practice Tuesday that he was having trouble lifting his arm and did not know when he would be able to play again. All right, that's your look at sports. When we come back, Lauren Farnkrug will have a final look at your forecast. Stay tuned.